Gets all the gears. Woohoo!
Welcome back, everybody, to my 1981 ATC250R build. Last week we messed around with this guy a little bit and got it to fire off. Unfortunately, on that video I didn't have a carburetor, but after I got done recording, I started digging through my pile of stuff and I found a carb sitting in there that will kind of work. It's kind of massive for this motor, a lot bigger than the original one. I think it was like a 38 millimeter carb, but I think we can get this thing firing with this carb. So today I'm on a mission. I'm going to go around and replace a few of the parts I need just to get it moving. I ordered a clutch cable, a new chain, throttle cable I already put on there. Make sure that works. Yeah, that works great. I think first step here is I'm going to get this choke cable on here, see if I can get the engine to shift, and we'll go from there. So I was working on this thing last night and I got a problem here. I got a puddle under the darn thing and I know absolutely nothing about this motor. I'm trying to figure out where in the heck this oil is coming from. I mean, there's a lot. There's no, I don't know. Oh. Why would you do such a thing? You just fake me out with, God. I would have sat here all day trying to figure out where that oil leak come from. Yeah, these cables are monstrously seized. This thing has been sitting outside for decades, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and put the new one on. Let's go grab some tools. So as I'm walking around the bike, taking a look at the damage, I think I figured out why this thing was parked by the previous owner. And that reason is, I think they upgraded the original 12-tooth sprocket to an 8-tooth. Look at that. That is just lovely. But what else on this thing? The rear bearings are just gone in that carrier. And the hubs are completely loose. That wheel just rattles on there. Looks like the castle nut on the swing arm is loose. There's no cotter pin in there. Ugh. You know, I'm hoping that sprocket was the reason that this thing got parked, because gosh darn, if this thing would have kept running, I think the previous owner would have had a really bad day. If this thing would have stayed on the road much longer, I think the previous owner might have ended up at the hospital, or worse, they would have ended up at Hardee's. So you might be wondering what this pink goo is on the expansion chamber. I've got a little bit of Naval Jelly sitting on there to see if I can dissolve all the surface rust off this guy. And it's been sitting there for about a day, and yes sirree, that is absolute bare metal. Let's get the camera off the tripod and look at that. Oh yeah, that is gonna work great. I think I'll have a video in the near future of stripping all the rust off that. I'll either use maybe this, or maybe I'll soak it in citric acid. I'm not sure yet, but I'll have a full video of this restoration in the near future. So be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on that, because that will be a cool how-to video on that. So before I go too much deeper, I think I'm going to change the oil, or if you're one of the cool kids down south, I'm going to change the all. So, but as I got this thing up, I kind of noticed this. Look at how loose this wheel is. I mean, the axle isn't spinning, but this hub is shot. Or at least I hope it's just the hub, because I've got a bunch of hubs off of a US 90 or a ATC 90s that'll fit on there. I'm thinking the splines are going to be okay since this is a hardened steel shaft. I'm hoping. Just the hubs are shot and I can fix that easily. I guess we'll find out. But now let's get this oil out of here and see what this looks like. Good. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's about what I was expecting. So I'm hoping later on we can go for a ride, but jeepers creepers. Of course, it's blizzarding again, and it is probably sustained winds of, probably a good 35, 40 mile an hour, gusts up to 70. So this might have to wait till tomorrow. Well, another thing I found that's not the best thing in the world is this little oil level checker hole. This guy's all stripped out, and there was some silicone caulk on that. So dang, somebody over tightened that big and bad once upon a time. I'm thinking if this thing runs nice and I don't have to take it apart, I might just tap that hole with a one size larger American and run a American bolt in there. Yeah, it's not the best, but oh well, it'll work. Let's get some oil in this guy. And for now, all I got is this 1040 all mileage, which is fine because this thing has all the mileage on it. Yeah, I'll just use this for now, run it for a couple heat cycles, and then change the oil again with some real ATV oil once I get into town. So I was getting ready to put the new output shaft sprocket on to replace this guy. I was going to put this spare 14 tooth on there, but as I was about ready to put that on there, this guy showed up. So, I don't know, is this kind of like a NOS supplier for Honda back in the day? Let me know in the comments. This kind of looks like the real deal. The way this is packaged and everything. Let's take a look. I can't remember what size sprocket I ordered for this guy. Oh yeah, look at that. That is a 12 tooth. So what do you all think? Do we go with the 14 or the 12? I'm thinking we go with the 12 and make this thing extra spicy. Yeah. Oh, this is nice looking at this. This is all, the sprocket retainer is all cracked up and smashed. Boy, this thing just keeps bringing the surprises. Well, I guess I'll have to find a new one of those guys in the near future. Hope it'll hold together for today. Yeah, the bearings, actually, I don't think there's actually even bearings left back here. Yeah, that's fine. Let's find a seat. Yeah, it should work. Got the 12-tooth sprocket on. Got a new chain on. I got this rear brake cable loosened up a little bit, so we kind of got brakes. A little bit of weather checking on the tires. I'm leaking a little bit. We'll get enough air in there. Hopefully that will hold up for a ride. What else? Kill switch is working. Throttle is working good with the new cable. The slide is opening and closing just fine. Yeah, I'm gonna take this thing outside. I'll have to apologize in advance for the wind noise because it is like 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds outside, but it is above freezing. So let's see if this guy moves.
A few heat cycles, and then we'll let it heat up, cool down, heat up, cool down. We'll take it for a ride. It's awfully loud. I don't know if you can hear me. Well, let's try to see if this thing can get all 5 gears. Just a little bit quicker than the 90. Whoa! Woohoo! Whoa! All right, that's different. We've got a runner! Wow, it's a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Oh, wait. Okay. This is not an ATC90, I guess. Well, it gets all the gears. Woohoo! Carburetor. This is not quite right, but I couldn't be happier. Woohoo!
Well, everybody, that was a blast. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Towards the end of the ride there, things started getting a little squirrely on this back end. So I came in here and looked at the dry rot on the side of the tire here. Yeah, this tire absolutely let loose. So we're gonna have to close the pool for today. I don't know. So, what do you all think? Is this a go for a restoration, or do I part it out, or what here? I don't know, let's kind of take an inventory of what we need. Everything? No, seriously though. I kind of got a tank, I'm pretty sure I can fix that. I've got 2 mufflers, I think I can make one good one out of. Motor seems fine. I think I'll just be able to pull that guy out, degrease it, sand it, paint it, refinish all of the hardware, and that should be good to go. I'm definitely gonna need new tires. I'm going to have to sandblast, de-rustify, and paint the wheels. Forks, I'm gonna need fork boots, fork seals, repaint those, but everything else looks fine here. I might have to round up a headlight. I'm sure that's going to cost $1 or $2 on eBay. New Meyer plastics. I need a new brake lever here. New parking brake there. Gotta figure out the carburetor situation, of course. Back here, I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna make a zinc plating rig so I can zinc plate and dip in the yellow chromate to get the yellow finish on these bracketries, and maybe do the axle as well, make a rig big enough for that. I'm not sure, that might be a cool idea for a video in the near future. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see something like that, putting that cool old school like grade 8 bolt yellow type of plating on parts. I don't know, a few odds and ends here, but I think it's doable. But you know, it's going to come down to you guys out there. Let me know in the comments below, what should I do with it? Should we call it quits or proceed? If I get enough comments down below and enough talk, enough chatter in the comments section, we're gonna go for it. So for now, yep, I think I'm going to tear this thing apart tonight and make a video of the teardown of this guy, and I will have that teardown video probably in a week or so. But in the meantime, if you want to see some more Bigfoot Bikes and Brews content, click the video on the left, or if you want to check out another cool video, click the video on the right. See you next time.